ponder this. What championship teams have are great leadership, period. It's not the offensive guru trend. It's not the safe trend. Find somebody that is going to hold number 12, that's Aaron Rodgers, and everybody in this building to a hashtag Lombardi standard, period. Hashtag losing sucks. So that was his tweet. And then just a few hours later, he tweeted, the Packers have informed me that they're letting me go. Hashtag thanks Twitter.
That hashtag is so good.
So let's jump in on this here. We have Dominic Foxworth and Damien Woody who are with us. Let us start with that, the notion that a coach would tweet something like what he did and then subsequently get fired seems impossible to imagine that was not a cause and effect. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was a literal. It wasn't like a sarcastic thanks Twitter. Like, he wanted to get fired. Like, I don't see why you send that tweet out unless you want to get fired. That's not something you do.
Why, that tweet is a fireable offense in your view?
I don't know that it's always a fireable offense, but you're essentially like it's a veiled criticism a bit of Aaron Rodgers, a starting quarterback, potentially the best player in your team's history. That's not going to sit well with people. It seems like someone who was loyal to McCarthy, and it's been much discussed, the kind of friction between McCarthy and Rodgers, and he was making it clear which side he's on. Everything that he said in that first tweet, I agree with, aside from the nonsense about being like Lombardi. That to me seems like unnecessary nonsense, but he's right. Whoever needs to be the coach needs to be themselves held accountable and needs to be able to hold the players and coaches accountable.
You think he was right?
I think it's, yeah, essentially. I mean, look at Coach Belichick in New England. I mean, he holds from top to bottom. I think that's what makes, the New England Patriots.
He holds their number 12 to the high standard, is what you were saying.
That's one of the reasons why they're so good. He calls out 12, so everyone else falls in line as well. It's 1 to 53. But as assistant coach, you can't do that during the season.
So are we to take from this, though, Damien Woody, that there is a feeling amongst some in that organization that Aaron Rodgers is not being held to the same standard as everyone else?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, when you're Aaron Rodgers and you have the accomplishment and the contract, that's a big part of this. The contract that Aaron Rodgers had, you're not going to be put on the same platform that maybe the other 52 guys in the organization.
Doesn't this lead into that then? The fact that they fire somebody who's calling that out? It does feel like they're.
I don't think they fired him. I don't think they fired him because they're calling him out. They fired him because football teams don't like people talking. And so that's what they fired him for. I think that they understand they need to hold Aaron Rodgers accountable. But let's not be ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers is not the problem there. Aaron Rodgers has been accountable. He has 21 touchdowns and 1 interception. He's essentially, is there any team in the league that would not trade their quarterback right now for Aaron Rodgers? So let's stop that.
Well, hold on. Well, I will say, this is not. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing his best football.
He hasn't been playing his best football.
But there's other things. We could definitely talk about Mike McCarthy and all those type of things. Well, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing the Aaron Rodgers that we've been seeing in the past. Would you agree with
21 touchdowns and 1 interception.
But you're literally, there have been a lot of bad throws in
You're
big
taking
spots.
stats like literally right now.
Okay, fine. So who would you rather have? Name them right now.
I'm not suggesting this.
Not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
If you look at the numbers in Vegas, he is worth 8 points over his backup. Tom Brady is also worth 8 points. There's no one else who is more valuable to their team according to Vegas than Aaron Rodgers.
Nobody's disputing that. But what I am saying is that Aaron Rodgers has not been playing like the Aaron Rodgers we have seen in the past.
It's still better than the rest of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Right, 60% Aaron Rodgers is better than everybody else.
Yeah, and he has been held accountable. He's been playing well.
And he's been playing well. He has not necessarily been playing as well as we've seen him play in the past. And the reality is, regardless, it's the beginning of December and his team is out of the playoff chase.